Question 1. A car sharing service charges $6 per hour to rent a car, plus a $10 fee for insurance. Which of the following gives the total cost of a rental that lasts T hours? So the per hour cost is $6. So for T hours, the cost would be 6T. And there is a $10 fixed fee for insurance. So it will be 6T plus 10. Option A. If y is equal to x squared plus ax plus a, where a is a constant, and y is 11 when x is 1, what is the value of a? So y is 11, 1 plus a plus a. So that's 2a plus 1. So 2a is 10. So a is 5. The scatter plot above represents the head lengths in centimeters and body lengths in centimeters of 14 adult crocodiles. The line of best fit for the data is also shown. The box plot above summarizes the body lengths of the 14 crocodiles. For an adult crocodile with a head length of 30 centimeter, which of the following is closest to the body length predicted by the line of best fit? Okay, so head length of 30, the closest would be about 205 or 210. Yeah, so 215 is the closest. Based on the line of best fit of the following, which is the best estimate of the increase in predicted body length for every 10 centimeter increase in head length? Okay, so 10 centimeter, let's say from 30 to 40. So 40 is very close to 300. Let's say 295. So 295 minus 215. So 80. So 80 is the closest answer. So 75. Based on the box plot, which of the following is the best estimate of the median body length? So the median is the line inside the box. So it will be about 310, right? Close to 310. So it is greater than 300, so 320. If 5x minus 7 is 13, what is the value of 10x minus 14? So 5x minus 7 is 13. If I multiply this by 2, I get 10x minus 14 is 26. In the table above, the ratio of y to x for each ordered pair is constant. What is the value of k? So ratio of y to x is 4. So k over 40 should be 4. So k is 160. Which of the following is equivalent to this? So 2a squared times a plus 3 is 2a cube plus 6a squared. 2a cube plus 6a squared. The graph above shows the temperature in a room during a day when the thermostat malfunctioned. For which of the following 2-hour periods was the difference between the maximum and the minimum temperature greatest? Okay, so 1 to 3 p.m. Difference between maximum and minimum is not that much. 3 to 5 p.m. Difference between maximum and minimum is about 20. Okay, so let's write that. 5 to 7 p.m. Difference between 70 and 85. So that's about 15. Yeah, okay. And 7 to 9 p.m. Yeah, that is also not as big as this. So it will be B, 3 to 5 p.m. The population of snow leopards in a certain area can be modeled by the function defined above, where PT is the population T years after 1990. Of the following, which is the best interpretation of the equation P30 is 550? So that would mean that 30 years after 1990, the population of snow leopards is 550. So it is predicted to be, okay, so 30 years after 1990 would be 2020. So I can cancel B and D. And the snow leopard population is predicted to be 550 in the year 2020. So C. In the xy plane, which of the following changes to the graph of the equation y is equal to x squared plus 3 would result in the graph of the equation y is equal to x squared plus 3 minus 6? Okay. So y is equal to x squared plus 3 will be a parabola with the vertex at 0, 3. And y is equal to x squared minus 3 will be a parabola with its vertex at 0, negative 3. So we have moved the first parabola 6 units downward. D. Tanya earns $13.5 per hour at her part-time job. When she works Z hours, she earns $13.5 Z. Which of the following expression gives the amount in dollars that Tanya will earn if she works 3 Z hours? So for Z hours, she earns 13.5 Z. So for 3 Z hours, she will earn 13.5 times 3 Z, right? So 13.5 times 3 Z, A. The table above gives the number of US presidents from 1789 to 2015 whose age at the time they first took office is within the interval listed. Of those presidents who were at least 50 years old when they first took office, what fraction were at least 60 years old? Okay, so at least 50 years old is this group, 50 onwards. So that's 13 plus 11, 24 plus 10, 34. And of those, at least 60 years old are these two rows. So that's 10, 10 over 34. Which of the following graphs in the xy plane could be used to solve the system of equations above? So we can find the solution to this system and then see which quadrant the solution lies in. And because all the 4 graphs have solutions in different quadrants. So let's solve that. X plus 5y is 5 and 2x minus y is negative 4. So let's multiply this by 2. 2x plus 10y is 10. And then let's subtract these two equations. So minus 11y is minus 14, right? So y is 14 by 11. Okay. And then x is 5 minus 5y, 5 minus 5y. So that's 5 minus 70 by 11. And that is 55 minus 70 by 11. So that's negative 15 by 11. So x is negative 15 by 11 and y is plus 14 by 11. So this would be in the second quadrant. So option C. In the figure above, AF, BE, and CD are parallel. Points B and E lie on AC and FD. If AB is 9, AB is 9, BC is 18.5, and FE is 8.5, what is the length of ED? Okay, so 9 by 18.5 would be 8.5 over ED, right? Because when you have parallel lines, the ratios are equal. So then ED will be 18.5 times 8.5 divided by 9. So let's plug that in. 18.5 times 8.5 and that divided by 9. So 17.5 B. Of all juniors and seniors who attended a particular high school during the 2014-15 school year, 149 participated in the clubs listed in the table above. Each of the 149 students participated in only one of the 4 school clubs listed. The table shows the distribution of the 149 students by class and club participation. The band was composed of freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. If 30% of the students in the band were juniors, how many students were in the band? So 30% of the students in the band were juniors. Okay. So the number of students in the band was 18 juniors. So 30% of X is 18, where X is the number of students. So X will be 1800 by 30. So that's 60. So there were 60 students in the band. Of the number of juniors and seniors in the drama club, the 25% who walk to school represent 1/8 of the total number of juniors and seniors who walk to school. How many juniors and seniors walk to school? Okay. So how many students, the juniors and seniors? 48. So 25% walked to school. So 12 walked to school. Okay. And that represents 1/8 of the total number. So the total who walked to school is 96, 12 into 8. A bag containing 10,000 beads of assorted colors is purchased from a craft store. To estimate the percent of red beads in the bag, a sample of beads is selected at random. The percent of red beads in the bag was estimated to be 15% with a margin of error of 2%. If R is the actual number of beads in the bag, which of the following is most plausible? So you could have from 13 to 17% of red beads, right? Because 15 with a margin of error of 2. So 13% of 10,000 would be 1,300 and 17% would be 1,700. So the number of beads could be between 13 and 1,700. For the linear function, the table above gives some values of x and their corresponding values fx, where c is a constant. Which of the following equations defines f? So we can write fx as mx plus c, where m is the slope and c is the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is c itself because 0, c lies on the graph. So this is c itself and slope will be c by 1. So slope is also c. So fx is cx plus c, option C. If x is a solution to the given equation, which of the following is a possible value of x plus 5? Okay, so the denominator here is x plus 5, the whole squared, right? Because x squared plus 10x plus 25. So when you expand x plus 5 whole square, you get that. So I can say 1 over x plus 5 whole squared is 4. So x plus 5 whole squared is 1 over 4. So x plus 5 can be plus or minus 1 over 2. So one possible value of x plus 5 is 1 by 2. The graph of a line in the xy plane has a positive slope and intersects the y-axis at a point that has a negative y-coordinate. Okay, so slope is positive and y-intercept is negative. Which of the following could be an equation of the line? So let's just write it in the slope-intercept form. 2y is 3x minus 5. So y is 3 by 2x minus 5 by 2. Yeah, so slope here is 3 by 2, which is positive, and y-intercept is negative 5 by 2. So A is the answer. The revenue fx in dollars that a company receives from sales of a product is given by the function above, where x is the unit price in dollars. The graph of y is equal to fx in the xy plane intersects the x-axis at 0 and A. What does A represent? Okay, so if you draw this parabola where this is f of x and this is x, right, which is the unit price. So I can actually write it as f of x is minus 500 x times x minus 500, right? So 0 is 1 x-intercept and this 500 comma 0 is the other x-intercept. So A is basically 500. right? So then what is the best interpretation of A? It is the unit price at which the revenue becomes zero, right? So one, the revenue becomes zero at the origin, and one, it becomes zero when the unit price is A. So A is the unit price, right? So any option that calls it the revenue is wrong. The unit price of the product that will result in maximum revenue, no, that will be A by 2. That will be 250, right? So when the unit price is 250, I'll get the vertex. So that will be maximum revenue. The unit price of the product that will result in a revenue of $0. So that is what A is. The graph of the equation AX plus KY is 6 is a line in the XY plane where A and K are constants. If the line contains the points -2, -6 and 0, -3, what is the value of K? Okay, so we'll just plug these values. So -2A -6K is 6, and 0 plus -3K is also 6. So -3K is 6, so K is -2. So just from the second equation, I get K is -2. From 2005 through 2014, the number of music CDs sold in the US declined each year by approximately 15% of the number sold the preceding year. In 2005, approximately 600 million CDs were sold. Of the following, which best models the number of millions of CDs sold T years after 2005? So here you have a declining percentage. So this is an exponential function. So the answer would be C is equal to initial value, which is 600, into 1 minus 15% to the power T, right? And 1 minus 15% will be 0.85. So C is 600 times 0.85 to the power T. The function G above models the growth rate of a certain plant in millimeters per day. In terms of the watering time in minutes per day, what is the meaning of 5.51, G 5.51 in this context? Okay, so this is the X variable. So that is the watering time. And this is the function, so the Y variable. So when the watering time is 5.51 minutes per day, the growth of the plant, the growth rate of the plant would be G 5.51. So the watering time of 5.51 minutes per day results in a plant growth rate of G 5.51 millimeters per day A. A psychologist designed and conducted a study to determine whether playing a certain educational game increases middle school students' accuracy in adding fractions. For the study, the psychologist chose a random sample of 35 students from all of the students at one of the middle schools in a large city. The psychologist found that students who played the game showed significant improvement in accuracy when adding fractions. What is the largest group to which the results of the study can be generalized? Okay, so it can't be the 35 students because that was the sample size. So I need to go beyond that. Yes, I can apply it to all students at the school because the students were selected from all students. So I like B. I can't apply it to all middle school students in the city, right? This is a large city. So what is true for this school may not be true for other schools. And I definitely cannot apply it to all students in the city. So B. A manufacturer determined that right cylindrical containers with a height that is 4 inches longer than the radius offer the optimal number of containers to be displayed on a shelf. Okay, so this is a cylindrical container. And let's say this is the radius. So the height is 4 inches longer than the radius. Which of the following is the volume in cubic inches of such containers where R is the radius? Okay. So volume for a cylinder is pi r square h, which is pi r squared times r plus 4, which is pi r cube plus 4 pi r squared. So pi r cube plus 4 pi r squared, option D. For the function f, if f 3x is x minus 6 for all values of x, what is the value of f6? So f 3x is x minus 6, right? And I've been asked to find f6. So 3x is 6, so x will be 2. So f6 will be 2 minus 6, which will be negative 4. So B. Okay, in the system of equations below, A and C are constants. If the system of equation has an infinite number of solutions, what is the value of A? Okay, so when we have a system A1x plus B1y is C1 and A2x plus B2y is C2, for infinite solutions, A1 by A2, B1 by B2 and C1 by C2, they should all be equal. So 1 by 2a is 1 by 3, and that is 1 by 6c. So we need to find a, so we can use 2a is 3, so a is 3 by 2. D. A researcher surveyed 200 adults selected at random from the city of Olney and 300 adults selected at random from the suburbs of Olney. Each person surveyed was asked whether he or she owns a car. Some of the results are shown in the partially completed table below. The researcher found that an adult surveyed in the suburbs of Olney is twice as likely to own a car as an adult surveyed in the city. Which could be the value of X? Okay. So probability of owning a car in the suburbs, right? What will that be? That would be X by 300. And probability of owning a car in the city will be 80 by 200. Okay. And the suburbs probability is twice the city probability. So X by 300 is twice 80 by 200. So the zeros and the zeros cancel, the twos and twos cancel. So X is 80 by 3, 80 multiplied by 3, which is 240. So value of X is 240. Okay, pure beeswax has a density of 0.555 ounce per cubic inch. An online company sells pure beeswax at a price of $8 per ounce. What is the selling price in dollars per cubic inch for pure beeswax? Okay, so 1 cubic inch is 0.555 ounces and 1 ounce costs $8. So 1 cubic inch will cost 0.555 into $8, which is 40 carry 4, 44 carry 4, 4.44, right? So 4.44 is the price of the beeswax per cubic inch. The mean of the list of numbers above is what fraction of the sum of the 5 numbers? Okay, so the mean is sum by 5. So mean is 1/5 of the sum. The equation defines a circle. What is the radius of the circle? So the equation is x minus h whole squared plus y minus k whole squared is r squared, where h comma k is the center and r is the radius. So radius here would be 11. A baker is gathering the ingredients required to make 15 batches of oatmeal cookies and 1 cake. The cake will require 1/4 bag of flour. The baker needs a total of more than 3 but less than 4 bags of flour. What is one possible value for the fraction of a bag of flour required for each batch of cookies? Okay, so let's say each batch of cookies needs X bags of flour, right? Where X is a fraction. So 15 batches of cookies would need 15X bags of flour, and the cake would need a quarter bag of flour. So 15X plus 1 by 4, that is between 3 and 4 bags, right, of flour. So let's subtract 1/4. So I'll get 4 into 3, 12 minus 1, 11 by 4 is less than 15x is less than 15 by 4. Let's multiply by 4. So 11 is less than 60x is less than 15, and 11 by 60 is less than x is less than 15 by 60. Okay, so the fractional value of x can be between 11 and 15 by 60. So let's say 12 by 60, which is 1 by 5. Okay, so the histogram summarizes the distribution of a data set composed of 50 integers. The first bar represents the number of integers that are at least 0 but less than 5. The second bar represents the number of integers that are at least 5 but less than 10, and so on. What is a possible value of the median of this data set? Okay, so 50 integers. So median would be the average of the 25th and 26th values. So this is 12, this is 9, this is also 9, this is 2, and so on. So 25th value, 12 and 9, 21. So 25th and 26th values will be between 10 and 15. So at least 10, but less than 15. Okay. So the two integers could be 10, 10, 10, 11, 11, 11, and so on until 14, 14, right? So the median could be 10, 10.5, 11, 11.5 till 14, right? So any of these values could be the median. In the equation above, the kinetic energy of a 200-gram object is given in terms of its speed. If the equation is written in the form of V is A root K, where A is a positive constant, what is the value of A? Okay, so K is 100 V squared. So V squared is K by 100. So V is 1 by 10 root K. So A is 1 by 10. The line graph above shows the population in thousands of people living in Alaska every 10 years from 1900 to 2000. What was the population of Alaska in thousands in 1990? Okay, 1990 is right here, so that would be 550. Okay. The ratio of the population of Alaska in 1980 to the population in 1970 can be written as A to 1. What is the value of A? So 1980 was 402 and 1970 was 300. So that would be 4.02 by 3. 3 ones are 3, 3 threes are 9. 3 fours are 12. So 1.34. Okay, let's grade this. Question 1. ADBBCC, ADBBCC, 7, DDBCDA, DDBCDA, 13, B, C, B, D, A. B, C, B, D, A. Okay. 18. B, C, double A, C, A. B, C, A, A, C, A. 24. B, A, B, D. B, A, B, D. And 28. B, double D. B, D, D. 31. 4.44, 1 by 5, 11. 4.44, 1 by 5, 11. 34. Anything between 11 by 60 and 1 by 4. Okay, 11 by 60 and 1 by 4. Yeah, so 1 by 5 should be good. 35. 10, 10.5, 11, up to 14. So that's fine. 36. 1 by 10, 550, 1.34. 1 by 10, 550, 1.34. Okay, great. So we got all correct.